juega. Tell him, Julio. Mi amigo está aquí para quedarse. Soy real. No more homo fight. I'm completely unstoppable and more than just fly. And with all my ice, I can pull any cutie pie. Yo, this fly guy is the summer Hummer driver. Quick to shoot the block, the permanent survivor. Yards try to smack suckers and slow down my sales. And I give no dope to those broke females. Yo, what if Flex say no drinks? I think that I could cop more loot out of state and move more weight out of state. No son, my hustle's moving faster than Randy Moss. So from Brooklyn to Minnesota, nigga, I'm the boss. So take it down to DC. Nobody seeing me. So yeah, now I'm using baking soda. And of course the Empire calls me Yoda. I know the code of the streets because I fuck with the freaks. And all of the mommies are just loving my style. Now I'm over here just drinking some beers in the club with my bubbly no crystal. I want you to know your girl feels me, pal. Now she's just walking over the E because she caught a little glimpse of the EYE. So I ask why, no more humble pie. Why ask why, no more humble pie. We ain't walking out of here until the sun will rise. Steadily, the mentally, better be better than being just a basic human being. Yo, phone fire. I got a hip hop crew, but let me tell you, son, what the E will bring to you. I'm on a 2 train, F the internet. I got W's and dots that you haven't seen yet. So stop the calm because I'm sick of the drum. Forget my third eye, you about to get my third arm. Do you understand? Do you that intelligent lyrics are here for you when they're coming through and through? So if you like angry, I see through MCs. I guess you can't elevate, appreciate these rhymes. Cause the H fine like wine. That's why in the year 2013 I still get mine. What? Now I'm over here just drinking some beers in the club with my bubbly. What's up, good people? How you guys doing? It's your boy, Eric Taylor, bigeastrology, repping for my Steelers because the draft is tomorrow night. My Knicks are winning now. Get ready to beat the Cavs. I thought the game would be over before I came on live, and it's not. But my son's going to give me updates. Hopefully the Lakers come back and beat the Grizzlies. I'm in and I'm out quick tonight because I'm talking about the Aries, the Ram, rising sign, Ascendant. Forget the flim flam. Let me show you who I am. Competition is none. What's up? I didn't check the astro weather. The moon should be in Leo right now. Don't know the ascendants, but you know, Mercury's in retrograde. I hope you guys are doing well. It's episode 130 of my Knowledge is Love podcast. I'm crazy busy this week. Soon as this is over, I got to get back to finishing up charts. Been having crazy technical issues with the computer, but I'm not complaining because I'm so filled with gratitude and I am just in appreciation. How are you guys doing tonight? Anybody? Wait, is something behind me here? Okay. So just, want to really get into the Aries rising sign ascendant. So the two most rare rising signs in the birth chart are Aries and Pisces, right? Something else, I've already done my Pisces rising. I'll be doing Taurus soon. And my next show, I'll probably be doing Taurus season and then get ready for the lunar eclipse. But I had to do Aries, the Ram. So let's get into it. So hope you guys are doing well. We'll get to the chat in a little bit. Hopefully people come on. I know I'm on later than normal. I normally try to come on 8 Eastern or 7 Eastern or 7:30 or 8:30 Eastern. But now it's 9:05 tonight. Anywho, so when you are Aries, the Ram, rising sign ascendant, it means Mars is your chart ruler. This is the authentic chart. Now, in some ancient times, they felt that Cancer rising was the authentic because you're born from your mother, right? But when the sun rises, the sun is actually exalted in Aries, but the rising sign ascendant is the zodiac belt that was in the eastern sky at the time you chose to be born. So it could be any sign, one of the 12. So, there's a lot of schools of thought to that because if you have the Cancer ascendant, the sun is exalted in Aries in the 10th house. So that could work too. Who knows, right? But in terms of the houses and the associations, right? The first house is kind of associated with Aries. The sun is not in its planetary joy there. That's in the 9th house.
Mercury's in its planetary joy in the first house. So then maybe you could say it could be a Gemini or Virgo rising, should be the, official chart. But, who knows, right? But the one thing I will say is that when you are an Aries rising, you are authentically you. You're just like, I'm not saying that these people are more special than others, and we'll get into some of the famous people, but they are just really very authentic, right? Second house is Taurus, third Gemini. We're going to go through it real quick. So some of the famous people with this: Rihanna, James Dean, John Lennon, Shaquille O'Neal, Shaq Fu. Oh my gosh, there's so many other people. Big Sean, the rapper. Shakira. I said Rihanna, John Lennon, James Dean. There's some other people, but it's a pretty interesting list. Okay, these are some fascinating people. So when you have this, you want to look to see where Mars is in your birth chart, because that house that Mars is in will be a greater theme of life for you. Okay, so Aries in the first house is very assertive, aggressive, the cardinal fire sign. It initiates. It's competitive, athletic, very sexual, very direct. It's quick to react. It's very accident prone. These people may have more pronounced foreheads, very like athletic built. Not necessarily slender, but more athletic built. Okay. And so for the Aries rising sign, they have Taurus in the second house. So what's the second house in astrology in your natal birth chart, right? It is your food, speech. That's why it's associated with the throat chakra, Taurus, Venus. It's your values, your self-worth, money, material items, things that you may collect, your five senses, survival, right? Trying to think, is there anything else? Five senses, survival, speech. Well, that's pretty much it. So sometimes the house can be associated, you'll see, with the father per se. Fourth house, definitely the mother, and 10th house, relationship with father, but it's overall the family. So when you have Taurus here for the Aries rising, they can be very grounded, practical. They may be in investment banking, chefs, landscaping. They may be singers, artists, musicians, right? Like the Rihanna, Shakira's. They're very grounded, practical, and pragmatic. John Lennon too. And they have this, I don't want to say old soul quality, but, they're very like about like their speech and the gems and crystals and things they may collect and their senses. These people could definitely, walk around barefoot in their home or in their grass in their yard, very connected to the practical, pragmatic energy of the second house. Taurus. How y'all doing in the chat? Hey, what's up? Who's there?
Hope said,
hey, Hope.
Hello. Wealthy QT said, Aries moon here.
Oh, hey, Wealthy QT. How you been doing? I hope you come to Coffee Talk one time or get a chart reading so I get to meet you, Wealthy QT. But yeah, I think Aries moon, you guys can be very impulsive, but it's a good moon placement, when you get with the Aries ascendant, that third house, right? It's Gemini. This is your writing, your learning, your communication. Now, just so you guys know, the chart like loops around. So the first house is like age 0. And then, when it loops around, it's 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, 72, 84, 96, 108, 120. You stop at 120, right? The telomeres are kind of fused and cut off. I guess the aliens did that to us. So we're not getting past 120 years old. Or so they say, who knows, right? But so with the Gemini, any scores? Check. Got to get an update on the Knicks. Yeah, go to
188 Knicks are winning.
All right. Go New York, go New York, go. Oh man, I hope my Steelers are in the draft tomorrow night, get an offensive lineman, There'll be 5 quarterbacks in the first round. Look for 7 or 8 trades. Yeah, just had to say that. And hopefully the Knicks and Lakers win tonight. You know, I'm not a Laker fan, but I do root for LeBron, even though I'm a Jordan guy. Michael's number one. Don't ever get it twisted. So Gemini, 3rd house. This is your siblings, your cousins. Elementary school, right? Gemini is associated with the youth. This is your hands, lungs. It's writing, learning, communications, your local community, siblings, cousins, neighbors, athletic ability, skills, self-efforts. It also wraps around, like I said, think about 26 or 38 years old. The 3rd house is the adult relationship with your mother. That's an example of how it wraps around, right? 26, 38, you're kind of an adult at 26, definitely at 38, and that's a relationship with mom. So it's also your local community, transportation, Uber, buses, trains, cars, all that stuff. So with Gemini here, you are in social media. So you could be really good on social media. You could be very artistic, very skilled. These people have great skills with their hands. They can be very verbal. They may really love computers. These people can be really good reporters, bloggers, journalists, artists, designers. Okay. So when you get to the 4th house, do you guys know any Aries risings, Hope or Wealthy QT? When you get to the 4th house, it's Cancer. I'm your private dancer. Well, that's the home of the mother, right? Associated with the moon. What's the 4th house? Middle school. Your conveniences growing up in your home. It's the childhood home, adult home, retirement home. This is your roots, your mother, your ancestors, other family members that come in the home. This is where you can see like after school programs, the church you go to. Like I said, childhood, adult, retirement home. You can see endings here. It's like also like your emotional and psychological house. This is like midnight, right? So this is why the sun kind of like dies in the 4th house. So if you meet somebody and they're born at 12:30, then first question you should say is like, how's your relationship with your dad? Does your mom and dad divorce? Because when the sun is in the 4th house, not saying that the dad won't ever be around, but the relationship could be damaged. Mom and dad could separate. And sometimes, depending on the planetary placements, you just might not get along with your dad or, a lot of things. Cancer in the 4th house can make you someone that is very nostalgic, that loves home. We'd have to see with this whole thing, we're just looking at it with no planet placements, but, this is associated with the roots and the ancestors. You could be, Aries ascendants can be very nurtured and cared for in the home. Your mom could be a little too emotional and sensitive, maybe controlling, like very cautious, like, don't go outside and ride your bike, be careful, stuff like that. But overall, they were nurtured and loved in their home. Probably a lot of extended family in the home for the Aries risings, Shaq is actually Aries rising, but his sun sign is, I think Shaq is a Pisces, right? So his sun is in the 12th house. So he had actually a stepfather, right? His bio dad wasn't really around. So, and that's in a trine to the 4th house. So you can see different things like that. And same with Rihanna, the Pisces. I don't know what Shakira is. So the 5th house, Leo the lion, the creativity, your hobbies, dating, romance, fun sex, speculative games, right? Political discussion, the stage, performing arts, past life karmas, high school, college years, ancient history, right? Political discussion, debate, everything from your heart chakra. And it's your children, the 5th house. So if you have Leo here, you could have your first child, because it's the first child. Your first child could be a Leo, sun, moon, rising. You yourself can be very creative. You can be very artistic. You are someone that, can be extremely creative. And when you perform and step on stage, you come alive, right? It's in a trine to the Aries ascendant, the Leo 5th house. Okay. All right, let's read some of the comments. Just so you guys know, I'm kind of moving fast because, he's still got to eat dinner. I still got work to do and some games to look at while I'm working and all that good stuff. But
Irene Max said, "Hey, y'all listening."
What's up, Irene?
I
feel like you've been in and out lately, Irene. But it's good to have you here.
Good working, all about to move. From Irene Mack.
Oh, she's about to move.
And then,
okay, Irene.
Hope said, "I don't know. I do not know any Aries rising. I know of anyways."
Oh, we didn't even get to say hey to Tay. Come say hey.
Hi.
Good, stand up. Show him. He's getting tall too. Yeah. This is my football star. He's doing good. His Rams, they lost last week. They're 1-2, their record, but they should be 1-1 because the referees jerked them on the second game. But he did good. He had 3 catches last week. I think he got like 7-8 catches on the season. He's got a couple of touchdowns, an interception. He's enjoying flag football. He plays for the Los Angeles Rams, and he lost to the Steelers. But I didn't root for the Steelers. I rooted for my son. So after the 5th house, who cleans up Leo's mess? Virgo. Virgo in the 6th house for the Aries Ascendant. Well, what's the 6th house, right? It's your work, your daily routine, your health, your hygiene. This is small pets, conflicts, divorce, your sicknesses and illnesses. This is where you got to, get up in the morning, hit the alarm clock, shower, brush your teeth, wash your face, say your positive affirmations in the mirror, right? Wealthy QT, Hope and Irene, you got to have that self-love routine. The 6th house is your coworkers, your boss, some of the haters at work. You're also going to see here your service, right? Service to society. Your mother's siblings, maternal aunt and uncle. So for Virgo being here, these people, you got to watch, right? The intestines could have a lot of dietary issues. You can be someone who's very much the humanitarian, an herbalist. The Virgo 6th house, this is someone that's a lawyer, an accountant, a financial advisor, planner, okay? HR. Remember, Virgo's the best personal assistant, okay? Because Virgo, right, remember, you ask Sagittarius, do I look good in this shirt? They'll be like, F no, you should be wearing a Giant shirt, right? You ask a Virgo, be like, oh, you like the Steelers? That's really cool. I like the colors, the black and gold, or the black and yellow and stuff. But, for your skin color, maybe you should have a Chargers jersey. You know what I mean? So Virgo's always trying to be helpful to make things better. These people, though, they definitely could, like I said, work in HR. It could be very logical and practical in their daily routine. They're going to get things done at work, right? This is a mutable earth sign, right? Virgo is associated with the 6th house. The 6th house, so just so you know, the 3rd, 6th, 10th, and 11th houses get better over time. And the 6th house is considered like a malefic house. So Sun's a mild malefic, Mars, Saturn, those planets do better there. Venus and Jupiter don't do so good in the 6th house in a natal birth chart. Okay. So let's go to Libra. Libra, the 7th house, the opposite, the other half, the descendant. It's kind of like a double-sided mirror because it is you, but it's you in relationship to other people. So when you sign contracts and negotiations, it's the scales of justice and where we measure the marketplace, where we go shopping, sales, marketing, but also where we measure the rice, the beans, right? The meat. This is open enemies. People, you see them coming, you know them. People you're in relationships with, partnerships, business, and marriage. The 7th house is the second child, but the skills of the first child. The maternal grandmother. And you can see fame in the 7th house. Fame! I want it. So Aries rising, they have Libra here. So their partner could be someone that's very social, that loves to be in relationships, that could literally be a lawyer, a social worker, an event planner. Libras are really skilled at business. They don't get enough credit at that. But this means you could potentially marry. You'd have to look in the chart where your Juno is, your Venus, your Jupiter, all this stuff. But with Libra here, Aries rising could potentially marry a Libra sun, moon, or rising sign. Okay. Any questions? Go ahead and see. Any thoughts on house? I mean, you can blow your nose, buddy.
Skinny Mini.
Hey, Skinny Mini, how are you?
OG said 4H Capricorn, no real relationship with my father. So that's very accurate.
Oh, sun in the fourth house, yeah. And you're a Libra rising? Well, yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, but that's what happens when you have the sun in the fourth house. It's very rare. I've only seen, I've met a couple of people, had a couple of clients with the sun in the fourth house, and them and their dad are pretty good. But like I said, it is rare. Okay. So the Scorpio rising. Aries rising. So Scorpio, also ruled by Mars. So for this ascendant, 1 and 8. So these people could definitely be into what? Occult knowledge. The 8th house is what? Death and rebirth, power, control, sex, intimacy, abuse after the marriage. So you see the in-laws. Now that's a Vedic principle, but I've seen it work and I tend to use it. The Western tropical, a lot of modern Western astrologers think of the in-laws in the 9th house, but I haven't seen that play out that way. So I agree with the Vedic on that and go with the 8th house. And I'm a Western tropical astrologer. I look at principles of the Vedic and I use the whole sign system. The Placidus confuses things. You don't have like Libra in 2 houses or Virgo in 2 houses. You have 1 sign per house, because when you start doing timing techniques, it just blurs the lines for annual perfections, secondary progressions, all these different techniques, to help you deeper comprehend and understand the complexity of a birth chart in a human being. So if your ascendant is at 10 degrees and you're Aries rising, it doesn't make sense for you to say, oh, my first house is Pisces and Aries. You can't even interpret that. It's just not, it's not real. Hey, I'm not saying that Placidus can't give you an accurate interpretation, but I think it becomes a lot harder when you're really starting to get in depth in astrology. You'll even hear some astrologers that use Placidus, when you're doing certain timing techniques, look at the chart in whole sign, because the Placidus just doesn't add up. Okay. And I don't like the whole concept of like, you can't access the energy and the interceptions where like, if you're Aries rising, your 2nd house is Taurus and your 3rd house is Taurus. Well, then how do you skip Gemini? What if you had Black Moon Lilith there? What if you had Vesta there, Chiron? What if you actually had a planet there? What I mean? It just, it's no bueno. So stop that. Come on, people. So Scorpio 8th house, you're going to be someone that could work for a mortuary, funeral home, a gravedigger, IRS, taxes, inheritance lawyer. You can manage other people's money. Say 8th house, you could work for the CIA, FBI. You could work into plant medicine or be an ER doctor, You could work as a tarot card reader, astrologer, numerologist, human design, metaphysics, magic, okay? Scorpio 8th house, also, you could be a great detective. If, let's say your Sun or Mercury or Mars, Saturn here, different placements. So for, the Aries rising, this is a pretty interesting placement for the Aries people, okay? Any other, got a new question or comment?
Let's see. Hope San Miguel said, I do daily self-love.
Good.
Irene Max said, haha, love the rhyme.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that song is, oh God, I don't forget the name. No More Humble Pie. My boy Jose in the beginning, he was a friend of the producers. He said, "Incomplete no juega, incomplete don't play." Right? No more humble pie. I'm completely unstoppable. I'm more than just fly. And with all my ice, I can pull any cutie pie. Yo, this fly guy is a summer Hummer driver, quick to shoot the Glock, the permanent survivor. Yo, I strive to smack suckers to slow down my sales, and I give no dough to those broke females. This is when I was young and single. But this song was about, on purpose, like No More Humble Pie, being like extra swag and materialistic, and that's not what my album's like. So I did the song on purpose, just like I did this one song. It was like a club song, like girls in a club, called Just to Prove a Point. And it had like that little like bounce beat, and so it's a good album. Go check it out. Apple Music. It's not on Spotify. I got to re-put it up. But I have one song on Spotify, Our Love Still Grows, which I dedicated to my wife. And my oldest son, Elijah's on there. Ninth house, the trine, 1, 5, 9, the fire trine. That's why interceptions could throw it off, right? How do you have a trine and your fifth house, you don't have Leo? But are you going to put Cancer or Virgo there? Cancer and Virgo aren't in trine to Aries. You get it? The trine is the same element. So this is what I was telling you about, Irene. Like Placidus throws off squares are the same modality, right? The cardinal square is Aries to Cancer or Aries to Capricorn. You can't have Aquarius there. Aquarius and Aries aren't in a square. They sextile. They're 60 degrees apart. Okay? So Sagittarius in the ninth house. The sun is in its planetary joy in the ninth house, like, Jesus Christos, Yeshua, Yahweh, right? With the Virgo sun in the ninth house. But this is Sagittarius. So these people can be kind of preachy. They could grow up like very dogmatic religious views. Nothing's wrong with that. And but the ninth house is what? Your beliefs, your philosophies, your wisdom, your higher learning. It's foreign land, foreign travel. Sagittarius here, you love freedom and adventure. The bachelorette sign. You may date people from foreign lands, foreign cultures for the Aries rising. You may love to travel, right? 50 miles or further away from home. The ninth house is your father's teachings, publishing. So your father could have taught you biology, finance, sports, preacher, teacher, right? Professor. The ninth house is the preacher, teacher, guru, shaman, professor. It's the wisdom, the higher learning. So these people, Aries risings, they love to learn, and they will share what they learn. Depending on what's here, the planets, they could definitely financially be blessed when they travel and when they publish a book or go for higher education. Okay. So when you get to the 10th house, the top of the chart, the zenith, right? This is like 12 to 2, right? The ascendants kind of switch every 2.5 hours, right? But really every 2 hours, right? 24 hours in a day, 12 houses, 2 hours a house. Get it? Got it? Good. So you'll see, but that goes with the seasons and stuff like that, right? Because you could be born at like 1150 and have your sun in the 11th house, or even 1159 or 1158. So, sometimes that 10th house can be 1230 to 230 or 12 to 2. Just depends on the seasons, right? You remember Expose? Seasons change, people change. So Capricorn in the 10th house, so the Aries rising, that square, the cardinal square, Aries to Capricorn. These people want to achieve in their career. It's the 10th house. Well, if the midheaven's here, then it's career. But the midheaven could be 9, 10, or 11. Okay. And if it's 9 or 11, you merge it with the 10th house. But if the midheaven's here, this is your workplace, work environment, career, public image, legacy, reputation, how you're known in public. This is the relationship with your father. So their fathers can be very career orientated, Aries risings, could work for the government. Their fathers could be work hard, then play hard mantra. You yourself, you want to climb the ladder of a success. The Capricorn, the sea goat, right? Aries is the spark of the fire, but it's the first cardinal sign. It initiates, but it doesn't follow through and complete. Capricorn completes the mission and the task, and they're very determined. And these people could work for the government. The 10th house is the government, the authority. Okay. Definitely hardworking. I think we got a new question or comment. A new person too. Okay.
Okay.
This is all the Aries risings. And any questions about the chart or Aries rising people, you just ask me.
Evelyn
Hey, Ev.
said, hey, everybody.
What's up, lady? Thanks for coming, you guys. I may try to get back on this weekend, but I'm just so swamped and so busy with charts. But I do have some more guests lined up. Woo! You guys don't want to miss May 22nd. I got a heavy hitter who's been on Gaia and Beyond Belief. Miss Debbie Solaris is coming on. She does the Akashic records, intuitive psychic, Akashic clearings. She is no joke. Google her, okay? She's coming here May 22nd. Woo, I'm excited. And we may reveal some things because I'm having my reading with her before then. Okay. So, and I think sometime in May or early June, Miss Angela Rose will be coming back to talk some more human design with you guys. So make sure for that episode, we'll focus probably just on like relationships or something. But make sure you guys have all your human design information, and I'll let you know before she's coming on so you have time to get it. And, you know, whether you're a projector, reflector, generator, manifesting generator, all that good stuff, manifestor. So the 11th house for the Aries rising sign ascendant. Remember, I always tell you guys the relationship between Aries and Aquarius, that's sextile. Aquarius, right? Remember, there's only two humans in the chart. Libra is the object. Everybody else is animals. Virgo's the woman. Aquarius is the man. That's why they form an interesting dynamic. Sometimes it can be unhealthy because it's them against the world in relationships. But Aquarius, the water bearer, well, it's the water bearer, but it's because it's pouring out the knowledge that it got from the sextile from Sag. Sag gained the wisdom. Now Aquarius pours it out, shares it with the people. So humanitarian, 11th house, nonprofits, philanthropic work, your father's younger brother, stepchildren, right? Aliens, astrology, UFOs, groups, organizations, the internet, hopes, dreams, and wishes, right? The social network, it's the 2nd to the 10th. So it supports, these are the people that support you in your career of earning money, the 11th house, right? And Aquarius is the old genius, and Aries is the 3 to 7-year-old child genius, right? The maverick pioneer. So for the Aries risings, Aquarius here, these people could really be into astrology. They could be very much into science and technology. They could actually be the rebellious revolutionary. They can have a lot of intellectual friends, people who are into like aliens and sci-fi and technology. These people could work in IT. They could be the politician, right? They can work, they can be activists, environmentalists, right? The Aries rising, these people really, you know, Aquarius being, you know, depends on what planets you have here, but we're just imagining if there's nothing. These people could be really about their friends, and they may have very weird, unique friends who are highly intelligent, push society forward, the envelope, right? So remember, if the 5th house is the stage of political discussion, the 11th house is the actual politician, right? You can see leaders and presidents in the 10th and 11th house too, sometimes in the 12th, depending on the different planetary placements. But this is a good placement for the Aries rising. You got the score to Nick game? Is it over? Did we win?
Yeah, we won 100 to...
What?
100 to 95. Or 106 to 95.
All right. The Knicks won, baby. We advanced. 106.95. Go New York. Go New York. Go. So the 12th house, the end of the road. Pisces. So think of it like this, though. The last 5 degrees is like being back in your mother's womb. So that's the Pisces Aries cusp, the cusp of rebirth. One of my most popular videos. I think it's up to like 10K now. I'm a big deal with the cusp videos, baby. No, I really appreciate the love and support, but it's kind of cool. My cusp videos are like super duper popular. I did 2 versions though, because my old phone, the technology was terrible. So I did it with a newer technology, and I focused The original ones was like love matches, character traits, famous people. The newer one was more like sex, love, relationships for the cusp. Okay. So the 12th house, it's your loss of energy, loss of debt, self-undoing, isolation. It's jails, hospitals, monasteries, ashrams, prisons, spirituality, fantasies, dreams, the subconscious and unconscious mind, hidden talents, hidden enemies. Okay. The 12th house is deep. This is foreign lands for import and export, but you could see moves to foreign lands. The 12th house is very nebulous, right? Associated with Pisces, and Aries rising has Pisces here. So these people can have really wild dreams. They could be super spiritual, creative. They can be pretty intuitive. You know, they might be like the ones that you don't know, but in private at home, they're meditating. They're like, you know, doing their mantras. They're like, you know, out and about. They just seem like, oh, well, they started off being a Catholic and now they leave the 9th house and they get to the 12th house. They're like a Buddhist or Hindu or, you know, all about spirituality. And you have Pisces in the 12th house too, you guys. You can have a very creative, because remember, there's your hidden talent. So your hidden talent could be film, photography. These people could be great writers, screenplay writers, photographers. They may be people who work in the health field, therapists, counselors. They can also be psychologists, dream interpreters. Aries rising with the Pisces 12th house. You can also see magicians. I mean, think about John Lennon here and Rihanna and James Dean. I mean, you know, the Pisces 12th house, depending on what, you know, your planetary placements are, these people are very connected, could have success traveling the world like a Shaquille or Rihanna or John Lennon. Shakira, right? She moved to a foreign land, right? Came to America. I forgot what country she was born in. Maybe you guys know, but, you know, just my hips don't lie. You know, really talented, beautiful woman. Big Sean from Detroit. So you'll find in isolation and private, these people have great imagination, super creative. And their hidden talent is that they could be some sort of spiritual healer or person. I think Big Sean made some statement where he was like, oh, getting spiritual and deep. But they can also deal with sometimes some isolation, depression, deception. Okay, different things like that. So, all right, let's go to the comments, and then we're gonna get ready to end the show. How we do? What time is it? How we doing on time?
It's
6:40?
6:44.
Okay, go ahead.
So I'm gonna get to. So we have Miko H.
What up, Miko? Welcome back. You've been here before, right? Good to see you again.
Then we have.
What did Miko say?
Miko said hi all.
Oh.
And then oh wait, this is hard to pronounce. Chaunetes Hoy said, "Hey, I was just watching the natal chart. You did for me last year. Thanks, Eric. Aries moon. I am."
Oh, what's up, Shantae's Hoy? How are you? Yeah, that's cool, man. You know, I appreciate that. This is, you know, Aries rising sign people and Pisces. Remember, they're the two most rare ascendants. But these people are 101. This is the I am energy. They're very authentic. Now, of course, you got to look for the chart ruler Mars and see where Mars is, you know. If Mars is in the 4th house, they could be really into architecture or real estate. Mars in the 2nd house, same thing. Mars in the 2nd house, you know, they may curse. Right? Mars in the 9th house, they may really travel. Mars in the 10th house, they're going to be pushing to get in their career. Mars in the 11th house, they're going to network with the right people to reach their hopes, dreams, and wishes. Mars in Pisces, 12th house, they may join the Navy. They could be a deep meditative person. Tai Chi, spiritual giant, right? Mars in the 6th house and its planetary joy. It could be a lawyer, a human rights activist, an accountant, right? Mars and Virgo, very logical, practical, analytical person. So, I just wanted to come on kind of quick, you guys. Like I said, I might try to get back on Saturday or Sunday, but I'm very thankful. But I'm swamped, doing astrological life coaching and crazy chart readings. You guys missed Coffee Talk. Evelyn was there. We did the Aries North Node, which starts July 17th. Looked at that chart. That's a Scorpio rising chart, like me and Danny and Matt Gaming that come on here, right? Aries North Node. It will be there to January 2025. So we had a fun Coffee Talk, and Coffee Talk will be back May 20th. Don't miss it. I haven't decided the lesson yet. I may talk about the Venus retrograde and the Venus cycle this summer, which is like, I think the end of June, October. But the retrograde, I think, is from September to July to September. So no August weddings. Tell your friends and family. No. You never want to get married during Venus retrograde. It just doesn't work, okay? So that's it. I'm in and I'm out real quick. Any final questions before we go? And you guys always hit me up. My Taurus birth chart sale is going on now, okay, until May 20th. Live birth chart over Zoom, 60 minutes, only $100. Well, for Taurus sun signs, $91. The custom video summary, 40 to 50 minute movie of your life. I'm doing no more written reports. So if you got one for me, God bless you, because those days are behind me now. What I will do audio chart of your transits, and then the video custom summary, 40 to 50 minutes. It'll be breaking down all 12 houses, your fixed stars, asteroids, and that's normally $250. But for the Taurus risings till May 20th, $209. Good deals for Taurus because of my mom, my half sister, and my old roommate, one of my good friends from college, my boy Kwame. I've lost 3 big Tauruses in my life. R.I.P. Mom. Just celebrated her birthday last week. So, any other final comments?
Miko H said with a Leo sun.
Are you an Aries rising, Miko? With a Leo sun in the 5th house? Okay. Yeah, Leo sun is...
Oh, wait. She said, no, my hubby.
Oh, cool. That's cool. Yeah. Leo sun, can be into politics, entertainment, very creative people. They live from the heart, passionate. Okay. That's it?
Yeah.
All right, you guys. Well, this has been more than fun, right? Where's the ending? All right. So, episode 130, Aries rising sign, Ascendant. Forget the flim flam. Let me tell you who I am. Competition is none. Aries the Ram. Knowledge is love. See you soon.
Bye.
Thank you.